All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. I'm going to take a quick swoop around the base here. Can we reach him with our knife? No, we sure can't, but that axe can reach him. Oh yeah, we have all this stuff in our inventory from scrapping those cars. A bunch of useful items that we will stash away right now. Put that in there and that and that. Another battery. Yet another battery. I guess we'll throw our mini bike wheels in there. We combine the ones that we have already. Looks like that's it. Then we had some stuff on the actual mini bike. I'll need to go up there and take a look at that. 574 engine. What kind of engine do we have on our auger? Ooh, a 383. Let's change that out. Bam. Nice. Also, our blade, 595. Can't create parts, but okay. That is what it is. Put that there. Our fat we're going to put over here. And our brass radiators we'll put right here. First aid kits up here, and getting a nice little collection of those, though we really don't use a lot of them. It's good to have them. Just never know when you might need to use those. Our tools here, we only have 225 concrete blocks. It's okay though, because I think what I'll do is I'll use the rebar. Let's go back up to our mini bike, which is conveniently right above our heads here. Maybe, let's see, let's take all this stuff out. You know what? We can almost leave our Duke coins in our bike because we're always going to need them to go back and forth to Trader Joe Bob. We'll put our frames in there. Animal hide, mechanical parts, we're pretty short on those. And we can combine these helmets in there like so. Let's see what ours is looking like. It's still 100%, so we really didn't even need that mining helmet. Matter of fact, I'll scrap. No, we'll make it 100%. How about that? 100% 600 helmet. And we'll have that one on standby just in case. Throw our meat in here like so. Have grand plans there to get a lot more meat soon. So we could go ahead and make ourselves some meat stew now, but we do need to make ourselves a garden at some point. Still thinking about, I have a good idea how I'm going to do that underground. We'll work on that before too long. Also thought of something else with that entrance that we created for our mini bike. And I may change it up a little bit and do something else. I don't know. I'll find out here in just a little while. I'm going to go up there and take a look at it, how we could change that. But I thought about, so we have the way to get in and out of our base over on this side. I thought about coming over to that side, doing the same thing, and let's make ourselves a little stair system here, and putting an underground garden on this side with the same entrance with the drawbridge over here, since it'll be in the forest biome, which doesn't really matter what biome, but putting an underground garden over there. It's not a big secret. I guess I was trying to keep that secret from you all with the mini bike entrance, but because I thought it was going to be a cool thing to implement into our base. But over here, we could do, we could do that same idea to get us from here in our base across the pit, still have the free fall pit open. and have a little underground garden accessible from that side, because that depth that we're at right here is actually perfect for the garden depth. So we can't do our tree farm that way anymore. We may have to go over that direction for the tree farm, or back here or something. And I don't think I'm going to make it as large as the last one. The 45,000 wood was almost too much. It took so long to cut it down, even with the good auger blade. Right now, I'm about to get Screamers all happy again, and I'm going to fire up the forges because we need a lot more steel. And I think maybe at some point during this playthrough of this episode, we might go back over to the desert. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but it won't. I don't plan on being over there for like a full episode, but I do need to get back over there and get on getting some more steel, because we're very, very short here. So as it is right now, 25, 30 iron in there, and that has to change. Not too worried about the actual base above ground. That's all just going to be, I don't want to say for looks, but it certainly is not going to increase the effectiveness of this down here. And so we need to click and not make that noise. We need to have steel to repair that stuff. So, I guess I can take this wood. It is almost 2,200, and it won't really matter at nighttime. Tell you what, we'll put that in its appropriate place. The stone we'll leave. We don't need a fire axe, because we'll have our auger. We really don't need a shovel or a pickaxe either. We're not going to be worried about zombie activity. We are going to leave our scrap iron here. And tell you what, let's, since we have 10,000 of it, we could transfer this, put that there, and put this here. Now we can make this steel. It's 250 more. That's a half a stack. Gonna grab some gas. One more stack. All right, that should be enough to do what we need to do over here. I think the mini bike has plenty. Let's check our skill points here real quick. It's about to be nighttime, so we need to get out of here, but look through our skills. So I can't really see anything that's pushing. We have almost 300 skill points. I absolutely want to get better lead than dead. So that's another 80 points. So we really only have 200 points left as it stands, with no more level. Quality Joe is capped. Fast Eddie, we're scavenging things pretty quickly here. So I'm not worried about Secret Stash or Treasure Hunter. So we're actually really good on our skills. Eventually, we can give some points to health, and though I don't concern myself with that. It's bartering's going to go up on its own. Bladed weapons. You could say there's another. Was that only? Let's see. Okay, I was thinking 20 apiece, so that's only 40. So combine that with the knife guy, and that's 80. I think the decapitator is only 1 point. I've never, or maybe I did cap that. I was going to say I never capped that, but I think I did actually cap that on the server. But I don't remember if it was just 1 point or what. So hopefully this little idea is not a complete failure with the way we have it all set up now. Hopefully they don't fall over and catch up onto that door and come into our base. Maybe we kind of design the interior part of that base too, so that if they do in fact fall in and catch up on that lip and destroy that door, it's very unlikely, but if they did, we're still prepared for it. You know, we'll have ourselves prepared for it. I was almost tempted. I don't know if I want to get off the bike here or not. Almost tempted to go over there. Oh boy, they're coming. But since we have this mine set up already and we know where everything's at, I say we go pick at it a little bit more. Try to get a few. My goal is 4,000 iron. If we can get that, that would be excellent. That would give us a decent amount of steel. Along with that, we'll get a little bit more oil shale because, you know, we're still good on gas, and we even have gas over at the old base left still. But I'd like to have a full chest of that gas for future projects. Mini bike is pretty efficient on it, and the auger should be more efficient now that we have upgraded that engine to a purple engine. But not too concerned. I know some of you are probably like, I can't believe he's out at nighttime, but you know, our real big threat, the ferals and the dogs and bears, they run regardless of day or night. So this just makes it so that the other zombies can too, and those are 1 or 2 shot kills for most of them in the head. One thing is at nighttime is you can get overwhelmed if there are multiples of them. They can absolutely overwhelm you, and as you well know, if you get stunned, you're pretty much dead. We're gonna cross our fingers that that does not happen. Of course, by the time we come up, it's gonna be daytime outside. So oh, there's a cop just randomly walking down the road. That's a bit strange. I don't think I've seen that before. Maybe he was lost. So we're way up here. We're almost, yeah, see. Desert. And then, oh, so we're a lot closer. I'm just measuring it out with my finger. We're twice the distance closer to that other desert. So I say once I pick this mine clean over here, instead of looking for a new spot down there, I start a new mine over in the other desert that's a little closer to us. And that's gonna be the way to go. It's gonna save a little driving time, and who knows? I mean, if it were a little closer, I'd tunnel all the way to it from our base. Maybe start at the underground garden and just tunnel all the way over to the desert with the auger, because of course the sand is just a one-shot, you know, and it's done. I don't want to pass this desert area up either. Make sure I don't miss the entrance to this place. I don't think I had ever marked it. And here it is right here. It's the little path that leads off the road. Looks like a sandstorm out there. That's the game Astroneer. If you see that, it's time to get in your truck and drive, because that's very deadly. So we have a few zombies wandering around here. We're not too concerned about all of that. We'll probably go ahead and draw them to us because I don't want to get inside the house and have them tearing it up, you know. Oh boy, not good to get stunned out here. We do have some better armor now, though. Look at that. That military grade armor is... Oh, they're hitting each other. Look at that. Thought you were going to get old Spartan. And that one just took off running. He saw what happened to his buddies. He said, no, no. None of that for me, Mr. Spartan. I think I'll head this way. There comes another one. So that should have done that. We should have pretty much cleared them all out. I don't hear the pitter-patter of little footprints anymore, footsteps. So we're full. Drop on down in here. And then get over to our little honey hole once again. Of course, we'll have all this potassium nitrate right here, nitrate powder. You know, let's since there is some iron here, let's dig around this area for a moment and see what else we come across. Well, look at how fast we chew through the iron now with this new blade. So there's an oil shale right there. We'll go find ourselves a good biome for coal here eventually. Did we get all of that? I guess we did get the good out of that area. Open this up a little bit and see what else is in here. I didn't realize all of this was so close to the entrance here, but we were running way back the other direction to get to the iron, but there's some right here. We'll go ahead and take this while they're giving it to us. Open up above our heads a little bit here too. Maybe see if we can cause a cave in. Okay, so that's our way back, so we don't forget how we got in here. We do need sand, so it's not a big deal if I'm, sitting here digging out all of this sand. We are going to need it. Because if you didn't notice, over the base, I've used a big portion of our concrete mix, so I'm going to have to look into starting to produce that again soon too. Larger structures like what we're working on really absorb the resources, and now that we're going to kind of start looking towards building the uppermost portion of the base, it's going to take pretty much all reinforced concrete, or at least concrete. Eventually we'll want to take it to steel to absorb the copse spit. So I don't really think we're going to take any damage outside of that. One good thing that you'll notice in the desert too is we don't come across gravel to have to worry about things like caving in on our heads. I mean, of course, the whole thing can cave in here on us, but you hit those little pockets of gravel when you're in other biomes, and boy, those are annoying. Like a whole wall will just collapse on you, and not even really concerning yourself with dying, but just all of the resources right there, and you gotta pick one spot and it all just falls apart on you. So this is probably one of the most resource-rich areas that we have come across by far. Let's see, just in the 5 minutes or so that we've been picking away at this stuff. Let's see what our inventory looks like. Already almost 2,000. So we're gonna far exceed the 4,000 that I was setting for a goal. We might even hit 8 or 10,000 if it keeps on like this. Let's see what elevation I'm at. Minus 29. So we're getting kind of close to the surface. I need to start taking it back down a little bit. And as I say that, then I look up, and this is as high as we're going to go, though. Where I'm standing, I'm not going to go any higher. It's whatever I can reach up above my head. There's too much more down lower to worry about getting too close to the surface. It's very beautiful. Alright, so let's see here. Auger needs to be repaired here soon, so it's already morning. It's probably almost morning when we arrived, honestly. I don't remember looking at the time when we pulled up to put a time on how long it took to farm the resources that we got. Sometimes I'll keep track of that type of thing. We're really just to see if it's worthwhile to go back to that spot, but in this case we know it's absolutely worthwhile. Boy, it's just such a resource-rich area. I just can't get over that. So maybe we got the good going up top there. We'll look at maybe going a different direction, a little bit lower. Down here where we see all of this. Repair on here, and it's going to actually help our block damage quite a bit. But it looks like this is not the direction that all that moves in, so we will leave that the way it is. More nitrate powder over here. Of that did we pick up? Only 260, so we really haven't even dug into the pocket of nitrate powder that's over here, but it is everywhere. See all that nitrate that I'm digging into now? I noticed that when I was over here before. Of course, all the nitrate powder we have is from this particular spot. There was a ton of it over here. So if we cave this place in, then that was just a sign that we need to go to the desert next to where we're located. The hub city over there. Hopefully that does not happen, because that usually spells bad news. I just figured I'd scoop a little bit of it while we're here. We'll absolutely, when we do decide to get gunpowder going, we'll come back here, and we know this one little pocket is just full of it, and that'll be our go-to spot for some nitrate powder. Though we probably find a better spot than this one. We'll come back and go through this area again. So we have our other area that we tunneled, and it is it up here? I think it is up here. No. This is where we were just up at, farming up the iron, chasing that down. Okay, so here's our starting point right here, which means that this, and we'll go back around the long way because it seems like when I came around this way last time, there were a bunch of resources down at this end that we left. That's oil shale right there, isn't it? Place for us to walk by there. Oh, actually, I opened up some more nodes there too as well. Boy, we can just dig. We gotta dig that iron. Look at all that oil shale, all that iron, just attached to each other. We are at our 4,000 mark now. I don't want to say we just got started because I don't plan on being here much longer. I don't want to bore you all with this. This is probably one of the most boring things to watch someone do, but I want to set ourselves up to go ahead and get all of the spikes to steel that we can get to steel here in the very near future. And we might try to take on a horde in our new base and put it to the test, which will be the ultimate test for the 70-day horde. But you know what better way to find out if it's going to work, the little ramp that we made and all of that stuff, than just to take on a horde and see what they do, trial and error. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll fix it back, and we'll figure out what we did wrong. Some of this iron just kind of hides, and my eyes start to get a little cross looking at it all sometimes, and I'll be standing on iron and looking around for some. You hear the screamer up there now. She's tired of our activity down here. That was a little lead. We don't really need lead right now. Of course we will when we start making bullets. We're going to turn one of those forges into, so two of them, and I thought about this, two of the forges will be iron, for sure, two of them can be for the cement, and the other two, one will be for brass, and one will be for lead, and I think that's going to be the wisest way to go with the 6 forges we have. You can always add more, but I've noticed in all of the time playing, I've never used much more than about 8 or 10 forges. Sometimes on those really large builds and you have a lot of guys out there working on it or something, maybe you want to have more than that, but for trying to get it done quickly. But what you find is the time that it takes to do certain tasks, you come back, it's all done, you get it going, much like we've been doing in this playthrough. It doesn't take a whole lot of forges to get it done. That's more lead. We really don't need lead right now. It's going to waste our inventory space up. Inventory management's what this is all about. Goodness, the iron and oil shale is just plentiful. We could just come back here day after day after day and just get tens of thousands of iron and oil shale. If this were just my game that I was playing on my own, I would go through I would make chests down here, and I would go through all the gas that I have in my storage chest back at the base. Down here, and use every repair kit that I had and just get all that I could get, because you know, when you come across places like this that are so plentiful, but I guarantee you with Alpha 15, when you find nodes like this in most any location, it's gonna be just like this. You're gonna have all of the resources that you can pick away at. So we kind of botched up our way to get across right there a little bit. I need to dig this out up above my head. Need to repair our auger. So what do we end up with so far? 4,000, 6,500. That's a pretty good number. I was coming here for 4,000 thinking, well, if we get 4,000 and a little bit of oil shale would be good, and get a bit of sand while we're at it. But that's a super good number to have. Let's see, I don't remember. Let me look at the map. I think this is the direction that the rest of it was in, or does that go back to the beginning? Yeah, that goes back to the start of it all. So we didn't even make it all the way down to where we were mining before, where we had all the resources, or does that go to the beginning? Gosh, you know, I'm so turned around now. I'm pretty sure it's this way, though. I need to look at the compass. Boy, there's more steel right there. I said this is a dead end, and I walked right by that steel last time. Did not notice that it was there. You all are probably like, oh, we found another node. I can't help myself. I want to mine iron. Okay, well, we don't want the lead that is next to the iron, so pass all that up and just grab this little bit of oil shale, a little bit more iron. It's all lead, that's oil shale. One thing's for sure, you never have to worry about getting lost in the desert when you're mining. If you're somewhere else, then yeah, you have to kind of keep that in mind, because you're going to have to chisel your way out of there. But in the desert, you could almost dig out with your hands, you know. It's one shot with a shovel. You could take a stone shovel and get right through this stuff. So there's more right there. My goodness. I'm just going to get this last little bit, and I promise you we're leaving. Okay, now top off with sand. We're gonna leave this way first. Find my way out of here, and as we get to the end, I will mine a little bit of sand to fill up our inventory. So here is the end right here. This is our entrance. Let's this is west. Okay, so let's do this. Let's dig a path going westward. I was kind of hoping even we'd run across more pockets this way while we're going this way. Let's cut back to the south. Well, let me look at the map. Yeah, let's cut back towards the south. While I'm filling up on sand, it's also a way to look for another pocket of nodes. I know, you know, like I dug those hallways the other direction, did not even see that I had gone past all of the iron and whatnot. So we're almost full on sand. Look at that. You're probably like, oh no, he found another node. Alright, let's fill up this stack. So we're 687, 749. And that way we go back with 100% stack right there. Almost full on oil shale, so we can't click on any more of that. I guess we could throw out. We'll just throw out our stone, and then we'll stay here for about another 30 minutes. How about that? No, I'm just joking. We're not going to stay here that long. Right, we're at 1,000. We're going to be pooping stuff. Oh, look at... I can't leave that on the ground like that. Stone. Stone. Raw iron. Okay. Now, nice. What a nice run. Look at our inventory full of resources. So we're absolutely going to set ourselves up. Now we have to get back and we have to cook this stuff up in the forges. I don't really see myself having enough spikes up for day 70 horde to really be able to take it on efficiently from that base, though I want to try it. A little worried that they're going to do so much damage to that base that we're going to kind of waste some resources trying to fight them from that base. So let's run out here, jump on our bike, and ride. So what a waste of time, though, those boulders and stuff that I was doing over there. In that amount of time, I could have just come over here and blah, just full on everything you need, and even some things that you don't. Everything you need and some stuff that you don't. So I appreciate you all hanging out with me there for the last 15, 20 minutes or whatever that was mining. But you see we filled up our inventory with oil shale, iron, sand, and a little bit of nitrate. All things that we need. Did not mean to run over her. Don't have much control on this mini bike. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out what makes it control better, because we have 600 handlebars, so that's absolutely not it. It does maybe feel like it aims around a little better. It's just these inclines and declines, you know, where we're going up and we're going down. We're not as efficient with our movement. Am I going okay? I'll say, am I going the right way? Because it certainly didn't feel like I was. I was about to chase that eardrop off We have 0 inventory space for an airdrop. We're just going to head back to the hub, run into our base, or ride into our base, I should say, and drop all this stuff off and get these forges kicking. One thing I need to go get is I need to take the auger and find a little pocket of clay. While these forges are going, we're going to use, of course I told you 2 of the forges, one will be brass and one will be lead when we start making bullets. But for right now, we're going to use 4 for iron because we're in such dire need for steel. Not only do I have to get all those spikes upgraded to steel, but I have to be able to repair them as well. And that's a lot of steel. You know, I don't want to be stuck in the position I was at the old base and go over there for a horde and I can't even repair 1 spike or 1 pillar because I'm out of steel. I want to make sure we leave ourselves probably wouldn't even need 1,000, just need a 500 stack or so to repair with, but certainly want to leave ourselves in a position. And you watch, the horde's gonna, and I guess it'd be no better test, but you watch, the horde's gonna come from the side with that door on it, that drawbridge, and it's still just a little bit glitchy. We'll see what happens if that does in fact turn out to be the case. So we're almost back to the base. Run in, get this stuff a-cooking, melt down some iron, create some steel. So we'll have the remainder of day 68, all of 69, and all of 70 to cook this steel and make it into steel bars, steel ingots. It's very possible that we could have enough to upgrade enough spikes. If I could just get the second row of spikes steel, I wouldn't worry about that 3rd spike in the back. They're not going to really be standing on that spike anyways. That's just kind of where they start off when they fall a lot of times. But if we can get those other 2, also have a cool idea for the back side of the spike pit. And I'll just have to, think about how I'm going to do it. But I have an idea of something that I am going to do over there. So we'll go ahead and ease down here. Open that door. Jump on the bike and ride across. Make a little song. Make a little song. Right, good. I could have, and you all would have probably killed me. Why can't I get on my mini bike? That doesn't make sense. You see that? Is the game glitched or something glitched? Maybe I have to destroy this ladder to be able to see it. And we're going to have to make another ladder too, because... No? You all see that, right? I'm walking through this mini bike. I tell you what. There's nothing in that mini bike, so I won't concern myself with it now. We'll have to come back, though, because that's a really good mini bike. I'll have to come back up there. Maybe if I leave the game and come back, everything will be kosher there. So... that in there. Take out our scrap and put you in there and put this one in there as well. Turn you on. I'm gonna turn you on too, baby. Get this kicking. Maybe a little bit more wood in this one. Yeah, silly mini bike is up there running. Not sure what that's all about. But oil shale. Let us go down here. $33,000 gas going right there. So we're going to put our oil shale in that chest. Our gas is going to be here. We'll go ahead and dump it off just for the time being. I have plenty of sand. I say, let's get some more cement going. So our cement mix was in here. Let's see, get our lead and get things sorted just a bit here. That mini bike up there running is going to bother me to death. Silver nugget, we'll just stick in our random chest of Rooney. Nitrate powder can go here with the explosive. Don't really expect to get that much anytime soon, but we'll have the slots designated for it. So our iron, raw iron, we'll put like this. So what does that leave us with? 4,000. So we have 4,000 left over raw. Let's get our stone over here. I don't want to take out the top slot. I guess I will. Oh, I know what I can do here. Let's do this. So we get 1,000 in here. $1,000 in there. We'll split it 4 ways here just for the time being, just to get the quickest results that we can get on this. I mean, I know we still have some left, but this build up top is going to take us a lot of cement to complete. It's not like that little tiny base that we were in over across the street. Well, the screamer should light up at any moment now. I'm imagining they're going to be coming at us full force. We're going to get these turned on as well. Let me get this a little bit more wood in there and in here. Turn those on. Let's cap them off with a little bit more stone. I need to do eventually get some more stone going as well. To cap off all that we have going. Good. Well, we have a lot of stuff going here. If the if the screamers don't bother us now, then they're never going to, because we have oil shale cooking up. Oh, this thing is almost full already. Look at that. We have 4 cement mixers and 6 forges going. All the thing we need now is just to turn the fires on. Heck, we might as well just turn them on and let them burn, just so. We're going to have about 18 screamers up above before the night's over. So the mini bike is still not accessible. After this episode, I will see about fixing that, like leaving the game and coming back real quick without doing anything else other than just trying to fix that. So a little bit of steel we have here. Let's look. We'll leave our 438 plus whatever we're going to be able to make. Of course, I need to... Oh, I need scrap. I can't use all of the scrap that we have. I'm absolutely going to have to save some of that for repairs. All right, now we had 1,500, so we haven't used that much yet. Thankfully, those are all upgraded already. Little touch up here and there on a couple of them is not much. But you saw in the other base, once I got those to steel, I hardly had to maintain them at all. They're very sturdy, very durable, and it does not require that I focus a lot of attention during the hordes on repairing the spikes. I can focus most of my attention on the pillars, and if the spikes give way, there's so much square footage of spikes down here, I just move to a different location. They'll follow me, for the most part, they will follow me, and so we'll always have spikes at some point doing damage. The ones to really get up to steel are going to be those ones back in the corner, but I have an idea of something I can do to remedy that situation over there in the corner. So you'll have to just keep up with the episodes and see what I come up with to fix that. What are we left with here? Still have 2 stacks. Nice. So I think this is going to be a thing here. I think this is going to be possible to get this done. And absolutely, if I can get this up to steel for the second row all the way around, I will absolutely take on the horde in this bunker and not go back to the other bunker. Again, depending on how well it holds up, I have a feeling that it's going to do well. My guess is, maybe I'm wrong, the cops don't do any explosion damage to dirt. Is like the gravel and lead and stuff behind. If they explode in here, I don't think they're going to do damage to it. Maybe I'm wrong in that, and maybe you all can answer that for me. Of course, I'll be long past the horde by then. But I do plan on making that over there, upgrading it to man-made blocks. So eventually, it's all going to be upgraded. For the time being, I'll just leave it the way it is, and we'll see how it works out. But I don't know if you all can hear that mini back up there. Maybe because I jumped off of it before it stopped rolling and it just got glitched a little bit. But I hope and pray that when I restart the game, exit and restart, it'll be back to usable again, because I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I can take the blocks out underneath it. There's a reinforced block directly underneath it, so okay, well, we made it all the way around. We still have 455. We have another 400 plus in there and more making. Wouldn't worry about that back side of spikes for steel, because they're mostly going to be on these front 2. And that's going to be our main concerns, keeping those upgraded. I'll come back out with some scrap and repair the rest. So we have right around 900 left over. And almost 10,000 scrap iron. So I think we're good with what we have cooking down. It's looking good. Everything's looking well, looking like it should. And we'll absolutely go find ourselves some coal before long. The next cycle of days for the store, we'll go back to the Shotgun Messiah. One thing we've not done a lot of is exploring. We've not explored much of the map. Of course, we went up here and then kind of stopped right there, and we found the little hotel and the Poppin' Pills. My guess is that this goes into a snow biome, maybe not. Found a little intersection there, and we did find the beginnings of a city down there that we never went through. I don't know if it's very large. It's probably something similar to this one over here, but it could in fact have a Shotgun Messiah or a working stiff. We're starting to get really good on our auger parts here. We just need the actual auger parts and make a better handlebar. We may be able to make a better handlebar than that. Make a few and combine them or something to get that up. But I don't think that's much of a concern. The blade and the engine probably handle the bulk of the quality on an auger. Oh, sorry about that, zombie. There's a hole there. Might want to look out next time. So just a little one hit click on most of those. This one's a few hits, but for the most part, all of that's good. So I guess we'll go ahead and end it. We had a great day of farming resources. I mean, that's to get all of the iron that we got really makes me confident when I look forward to the 7-day horde at day 70. By that time, all of these stacks would have cooked down, and I do believe we'll be ready to take it on. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode. I need to make a ladder to put back up there, the one I destroyed thinking it may be glitching out the mini bike. But I'm going to make a ladder. I'm going to exit the game and come back in, and we're going to cross our fingers. Cross your fingers for me that when you come back that our mini bike will be intact, and we'll absolutely have it again. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you next episode.